My name is Nik Hasyudeen. I'm a non-executive director of Bank Islam, which is the first Islamic bank in Malaysia. And I choose to be involved in the banking side as well as few other companies to share my experience, provide guidance, and be part of the body that drives institutions under my care to create value, to be relevant to the society, and eventually to make the world a better place. The pace of change in the last 4 decades of my professional career is certainly very fast. Technology is something which allows you to do many new things which you were not able to do before. And at the same time, disrupts successful business model, making services in the past obsolete. And that's the reason why accountants will need to continue to understand the trend of the changes, the change drivers, and position themselves in the sweet spot so that they are able to comprehend these changes and add value to the organization. In my professional career, I've seen enough cases where value that were created were destroyed because of lack of ethical leadership. When I was in the Securities Commission, I saw a number of companies went under because management did not report their performance properly. They manipulated the financial statement. They deceived shareholders. So if we are not honest and we are not focusing on the part which really create value to the businesses, to organization, then we will be pressured to deliver performance in ways which may be unethical. And from a regulatory perspective, I can really understand why ethics is very important. Because, for example, when you do your reporting, you are using financial reporting standards which are predicated on principles. And if you yourself do not have the right principles, the right values, you may not be able to apply those standards properly as well. And this is where you can see assets not being valued properly, impairment are not done honestly, and because of that, value that were created can be destroyed in a short period of time when all these unethical behaviors are discovered. The board is a very important function when it comes to ethical leadership. And of course, the CEOs and senior management, they are the ones who are running organizations on a daily basis. So they also must be leaders with exemplary ethical leadership, because what they do will then send a message to the rest of the organization. What they do will be the one that will be followed. And I think this is where ethical leadership driven in any businesses or organization. Ethical leadership is about making the right decision by taking into account the interests of all the stakeholders within the organization or outside of the organization. You have to be very clear of the objective of the decision, the risk of the decision if it's not done properly, and you have to put in place the interests of the organization, the interests of the society above and beyond your personal interests. And only by doing that, you will make decisions which not only will benefit companies or businesses, but the society at large. In all organizations that I've been involved with, culture is one of the most challenging parts that the board and senior management has to deal with. And inherently, board and senior management are the ones that shape the culture. They must set the right tone, and they must demonstrate that any decision or actions taken by them are done based on the right culture, and only by doing that, it will be cascaded across organization because the leaders of the organization walk the talk. To me, it's about understanding how do you prioritize between the interests of businesses and the interests of society. In the present world where board and executives are expected to always provide exceptional return financially, they may somehow forget about other stakeholders which are also critical for the business. For example, if you are in a business which have extensive relationship with a particular segment of the society, you must not cause harm to those people while making money out of them. And I think this is something which is a dilemma to many organizations, because while they want to pursue the corporate objective, they may, to a certain extent, have to deal with issues which may have an impact to the society at large. And if they forgot about the society, they may be causing harm while making profit for the businesses. Accountants have the opportunity to provide options which include the benefits of making ethical decisions as well as the downside if those decisions do not consider other factors such as the benefit of stakeholders. So in providing options to board, in providing options to management, accountants should be able to articulate the upside and the downside of those decisions, including the perspective of ethics. And I think this is where accountants do play a significant role in driving businesses to make ethical decisions. I think the principles that accountants are adopting now will not change. But what will be different is how those principles are applied in areas where things are very dynamic and things are changing quickly. For example, when the businesses adopt artificial intelligence, for example, how do you basically understand the ethical dilemma in that kind of application? And how do you basically structure your decision to make sure that ethics is something that is always the basis of any decision that you make? So I think accountant must be able to understand those changing trends, be able to connect their professional values to the challenges that they are facing and articulate that clearly when decisions are being made. I always believe that accountant is in the sweet spot of value creation as well as ensuring decisions are made ethically.